Today is the culmination of the outcomes and commitments made by all those stakeholders who have participated in provincial workshops throughout the year. Thank you very much for participating in those workshops. Thank you very much for coming to be here today. These workshops have assisted in the preparation of a concrete plan whilst mapping the future and way forward for women's active participation in the energy sector. It is a great pleasure to welcome you to this Women in Energy Business Summit, the first to be held in South Africa. So give yourself a warm round of applause. We plan and intend to double the capacity of women in energy by the end of this term within the next 3 years. This is an important commitment and an important statement. I would like to challenge our big oil companies like Total, Sasol, Chevron, Engen to not only sponsor the Central Energy Fund, Petro SA, IDC, to not only sponsor these events. Bring women into your business.
So can you think for yourself now, how many people are mentoring you? But also how many people are you mentoring? And let's all take 5 people that we mentor and sponsor. So now it is up to us to take the opportunity and to overcome the challenges that we can overcome as women in this sector, in this fascinating sector that is called energy. I would say, @Women in Energy, #.
Hi, it's nice to meet old friends, but please make new friends so that you find out when I need finances, where do I knock? When I need training, where do I knock? When I need to get into there and know the technical aspects, where do I knock? All those people are here today. It's how we are going to network. We need to network. And network means we must be able, we are here on a learning process. I mean, we've been doing these workshops, but every workshop is a new experience. We learn just how resilient women are and how brilliant women can be.
For some people who may not be aware, in 2010, the Department of Energy, in conjunction with the DBSA and National Treasury, formulated the country's first independent power producer program, which is the Renewable Energy Independent Power Producer Procurement Program, which has been lauded now internationally as being one of the best in the world for investment. So far, this program has has closed off 92 projects and has attracted 193 billion rand in investment from the private sector. And the question we need to ask as women and those of us who own businesses is, what opportunities are there for women-owned vendors to participate? Are we participating to the best of our abilities within this sector?
Please get onto our website every now and again. I don't think there's one person who doesn't have a smartphone in this audience. Get onto the website, register on our directory, because that directory is also going to be linked to the national database. So when you have this story, which we all know that it doesn't exist anymore, when you say to business, where are the women? And they say, but we couldn't find them. Oh, you couldn't find them? Kiba, take your pick. Take your pick.
Awareness. Awareness of the opportunities that are available. Awareness of your existence in the sector. The directory is also highlighted that was an issue that was raised within the provincial and the directorate is going to ensure that that excuse from industry, that excuse from us as government officials, and that excuse from potential investors no longer exists, because the awareness of your presence in the sector is now there. So in terms of the work streams that we have established, those are in line with our own energies, the way we are structured in the energy sector itself. We had a work stream on renewable energy. I know that there was a lot of uneasiness with the way sometimes that we as a department have disseminated information about certain projects. The DMO handled that issue, but we hear what we have said and we take note of it.
We have just concluded the Women in Energy Business Summit over 2 days, 6th and 7th of September, here in Birchwood, Ekurhuleni in Gauteng. And this summit brought together 1,000 women, those who are already in the energy industry, those who have an interest. We brought in the financial institutions, the DFIs, and we had exhibitors who came here. This was really a culmination of a process of over 2 years where we have held workshops with women in energy, looking at opportunities for women in the energy sector, and these were in all the provinces in South Africa. So as I said, this was a culmination. We're looking at the issues of how to access finance, who are the different institutions, what do they actually support, how to go about this, what are the training opportunities in the energy sector, and looking at the entire value chain and where women can plug in and how to go about that. The challenges of women accessing finance, understanding the very complex and very technical energy sector were also discussed in great length. And we started a directory of women where women have registered their companies, saying what they've done, what their turnover is, and we're going to use this as a baseline to be able to evaluate and see what opportunities women can access, how they are growing, what challenges they come up about, and what we need to do to review to enable them to really be active participants in this sector. So we looked at the issue of electrification, grid and non-grid electricity. We looked at the nuclear sector. We looked at the gas sector. We looked at the oil sector. And in those sectors, we didn't only look at the engineering aspects. We looked at the technical aspects. We looked at the accounting, the legal, and all services related to that. It was really exciting because it is clear that women are excited, and a big challenge for most of them is access to information. So the issue of creating the portal where they can always get in and find out what is the department doing, what tenders are going to come out, what sectors, who's participating, how they can link up, what are the support mechanisms, which was really critical. And the Women in Energy and Oil Network was here as well to speak to them. We had the participation of the Department of Small Business Development that also would assist and hold the hands of women in some of these ventures. So in all, the declaration we came up with at the end of the conference is actually a way forward. What issues have been identified? What do we need to focus on? What are the obstacles that we need to be looking at? How do we take this forward? How do we strengthen the networks so that in another year or two we'll be able to say we have more women now in this very, very male sector of energy.